Are you going to file? Are you going to do anything here or not? They say we've met probable cause. Okay, you may issue an arrest warrant because we've already found probable cause. Thus, the Haitian Bridge Alliance and Guerline Joseph, they now charge a link to a September 10th news article published on the extremist website, The Federalist. They're extremists too? Oh, maybe they should be indicted as co-conspirators. President Trump and J.D. Vance have been charged with new crimes, this time from the Haitians. The Haitian Bridge Alliance, in conjunction with a law firm, have submitted criminal charges utilizing an Ohio code that lets citizens, not prosecutors, bring the case. But let's zoom in on this. You can see that they say that this criminal complaint is going to be charging Trump and Vance with these crimes: complicity, telecommunications harassment, aggravated menacing, telecommunications harassment, complicity, making false alarms, disrupting public services, and they're demanding that arrest warrants be issued for Trump and J.D. Vance's arrest. And what they're saying here is that this affidavit has been submitted to this court. This is the Clark County Municipal Court, so it's a city court. It's not a county court. It's not a federal court. It's not a state level court. It's a city municipal court. So what we have is the lawyers who are filing this, and I'll show you who they are. They say that under the statute, Ohio gives them the power to send this to a judge, okay? It goes to the judge. This does not go to the prosecutor's office. So if this judge decides to arrest them, issue an arrest warrant because there's probable cause here, they can do it, apparently, is what they're arguing in this complaint. They say that this particular statute here authorizes private citizens to file criminal charges, and it requires the court to do one of two things. One, issue an arrest warrant or refer the matter to the prosecuting attorney for an investigation. Now, that seemingly is a little bit opposite. There are some contradictions, it seems here. It says that this court can review this and the prosecutor's office does not review this, right? So not the prosecutor's office, but then it seems like this law firm is saying, if you connect this down here, that the court can do either one of the following: either issue an arrest warrant like we want or refer it. It says this law allows private citizens to file an affidavit charging criminal offenses, citing this area of the law, which means a judge of a court of record can do this. A private citizen having knowledge shall do this. Now, when the affidavit charges a felony, as here, the court then must either issue a warrant or refer the matter to an attorney, an actual real prosecutor for an investigation. So this court only has two options: issue a warrant or refer the matter to a prosecuting attorney, which I think this attorney just said you really can't do that. The affidavit, which is probably submitted to a judge of this court for review and not the prosecutor's office. So the judge can review it, but I guess she's not sending it to the prosecutor's office, but eventually they can. But she says, look, you don't need to give this to a prosecutor, okay? We've already made our case right here. Investigation into Trump is not needed. Everyone can see this. The prosecuting attorney knows that Trump and J.D. Vance have harmed the Haitians. And so they should just find probable cause. Probable cause has already been determined by this court, having already been determined. So if they do determine there is probable cause, then the prosecutor may decide whether they stand for the rule of law, whether they're going to prosecute this or not. So if the judge says there's probable cause, there's enough evidence of a crime here, then it's going to go over to the attorney, and the attorney, the prosecutor, can decide what they're going to do with this. And then they're basically challenging the prosecutor to do this, right? Are you going to file? Are you going to do anything here or not? They say we've met probable cause. Okay, you may issue an arrest warrant because we've already found probable cause. It's a low standard, they say. And here, the evidence includes video recorded admissions from Trump and Vance themselves, and statements from Governor Mike DeWine, Springfield mayor, about the falsehood of their statements about the dogs and cats. And so there is impact on this Haitian community. They violated statutes because of the harmful lies repeatedly spewed by Trump. This is not a high bar. They say it's probable cause. All it is a reasonable belief, which is even less stringent than preponderance of the evidence. And we've met it here. There's been a devastating effect, and the prosecutors in Springfield should have filed charges by now. Trump and Vance have knowingly spread false and dangerous narratives saying that the Haitian community is criminally killing and eating neighbors' dogs and cats. I don't know, are they? Now, the accused Springfield Haitians, they accuse them of bearing deadly disease. They repeated such lies during a presidential debate, at campaign rallies, and during interviews. And this has been a direct impact on Ohio. During the last 2 weeks, Springfield has received 33 bomb threats. And by the way, pretty sure those bomb threats were coming from foreign countries, not Trump or anybody related to Trump. So as we go through this dumb criminal complaint, indictment, whatever you want to call it, made up complaint, we're asking ourselves about causation. Did Trump call in the bomb threats? I don't think so. Many people and And many public institutions have been forced to evacuate. Okay, so go prosecute the people who called the bomb threats in, probably the CIA, as detailed in the attached and incorporated affidavit. They say that Trump and Vance disrupted public service because they caused widespread bomb and other threats to cause massive disruptions. All right, so Trump's free speech caused somebody else to call in a bomb threat, so Trump should be criminally prosecuted for that. Trump made false alarms by knowingly causing alarm by continuing to repeat lies. See what's happening here? Committed telecommunications harassment by spreading claims that they knew to be false. Aggravated menacing by making intimidating statements to these people to harass the recipients. Trump wasn't talking to any specific Haitians. He was talking about public issues. Committed aggravated menacing by causing others to believe that members in Springfield would cause serious physical harm to the properties of others, and violated this other complicity statute. Like those who falsely shout fire in a crowded theater, it's not the same. Trump and Vance do not color within the first lines of the First Amendment. They commit criminal acts. Yelling fire in a crowded theater causes real imminent physical injury, right? It's imminent, lawless incitement to violence or harm. It's happening right now. You're going to fire and people are going to run, people are going to get injured. It's an imminent thing, and it has no utility in the concept of free speech at all, unless there is actually a fire. So that's not what's happening here. But these guys are running for public office, and they're talking about Haitian immigration, which is clearly a problem in the United States. Ask the people in Springfield. Now, regarding the 2014 killing of Tamir Rice, the Cleveland Municipal Court found probable cause to support criminal charges, right? So another court has done this. Cleveland. Affidavits from another jurisdiction. A copy of this order is here. So now you can do this. And so thus the Haitian Bridge Alliance, right? Other people in Ohio and Cleveland, they've done this. They've just filed affidavits and charged people with crimes. So you can do it here. Thus the Haitian Bridge Alliance and Guerline Joseph, they now charge the Haitian Bridge Alliance. Okay, so some organization dedicated to Haitians and this guy, or Guerline Joseph, are now going to charge as private citizens President Trump and J.D. Vance of crimes against the people of Ohio. They support their criminal charges with the affidavit we'll look at. Now, they asked this court to treat Trump and Vance the same way they would be treated for any other crimes and issue warrants for their arrest. This should be done before Trump fulfills his threat to visit Springfield. He's a free citizen. He's got a presumption of innocence, even if you are trying to LARP, live action role play, as fake prosecutors. Sabota Chandra, Alexandra LaVille, Courtney Bowe, and Ethan Dawson from the Chandra law firm. Despite Mayor Rob's request that he not do so, they want Trump to be arrested upon arrival for his criminal acts of speaking, of talking, signed by these not prosecutors. But let's see what they're so upset about here. So this is the affidavit now of Guerline Joseph. He says, I'm the co-founder, Guerline is, of the Haitian Bridge Alliance. And we're dedicated at the Haitian Bridge Alliance to focus on Black people, in particular the Haitian community and the LGBTQIA plus expialidocious group of individuals and survivors of torture and other human rights abuses. Now, we focus on issues unique to Black migrants. We collaborate and we care about Black people. Haitian Bridge Alliance launched a pilot program where they invaded Ohio with a bunch of Haitian immigrants that they relocated to work in Springfield, and they're legally employed there. Now, since Trump and Vance came in, there's been a backlash. Oh no. Now, the purpose of this affidavit is to arrest Trump and Vance, and we do not have to guess at what they've done. They spread and amplified the debunked claim that the Haitians are eating cats and dogs and wildlife like geese. Now, we don't have to guess at the motivation. So they're saying we don't even have to look at intent, which is kind of like a cop-out. It's like, you kind of do. You kind of need to know if there was, what's the mens rea? What's the guilty mind component of the crime? But you have to prove intent. Now, Vance has publicly admitted that he and Trump, quote, have to create stories for media attention. So they're going to say that was the lie. And those lies have had devastating results. 33 bomb threats that have come from overseas, as we now know. They've harmed the Springfield community. Now, all the Haitian immigrants have said that, no, everybody is very welcoming and nice in Springfield. But now the Haitians are mad. Now the citizens are mad at the Haitians. So it used to be like hunky-dory. Everybody loved the Haitians. Now everybody hates the Haitians. Because of Trump. One Haitian man said that somebody, a white man, oh no, drove a car and yelled, Trump is coming for you. What else? Did he have a noose and say that this is MAGA country too? Is that also true? Several of the Haitian workers that we support have complained that their colleagues at work repeatedly ask them whether they're cat eaters. Hey, what are you having for lunch? Not Figaro again, is it? They feel uncomfortable and unsafe at work because with their language difficulties and not being fluent in English, they can't judge how their colleagues feel. It's gonna be a big sob story about the Haitians. Some have reported feeling so scared that they don't like going to work because they don't know what could happen to them. Yeah, well, are things better in Haiti? Do they want to go back there? Now, Ohio law provides courts with avenue to hold Trump and Vance accountable for their illegal actions. And so we want them to be charged. They're spreading vicious rumors about geese and them chopping their heads off. And there's been lockdown hospitals. And despite multiple state officials publicly stating there's no truth to their claims, they're still saying that they're eating the animals. Now, the city of Springfield has 60,000 people in it, and 15,000 Haitians have come right in there. So 1/4 of the city's now Haitian. It's wild. And it's like our own politicians are doing this to us. In early August, users on a far-right social media platform called Gab, great platform, check it out, began a rumor that Haitian immigrants in Springfield were eating local pets. They found the original source of this. Briori is the user. They said that once the Haitians come into a town, animals start to disappear. And here on X, oh no, end wokeness, is an accessory to murder, or whatever they're charging here. You can see here on September 6, 2024, End Wokeness posted a screenshot of a Haitian alleging that they were seen eating and butchering a cat. And then Elon took over the company. Now, X is widely reputed to be the best platform ever. They call it a right-wing white supremacist disinformation source. Okay, so here's the photo that End Wokeness posted. Springfield is a small town in Ohio. 4 years ago, they had 60,000 residents. Under Harrison Biden, now 20,000 Haitian immigrants were shipped into the town. Now, ducks and pets are disappearing. Posted this picture of some dude walking down the street with a dead geese. And here's a warning from Springfield, Ohio Crimes. Warning to all about our beloved pets and those around us. My neighbor informed me that her daughter's friend had lost her cat. She checked pages, kennels, asked around, etc. One day she came home from work. As soon as she stepped out of her car, she looked towards her neighbor's house where Haitians live and saw a cat hanging from a branch like you do for a deer with butchering. And they were carving it up to eat. Now, I've been told that they are doing this to dogs. They've been doing it at Snyder Park with the ducks and geese. And I was told that last bit by the rangers and police. So please keep a close eye on these animals. End Wokeness posts this. And little does End Wokeness know, but now there's thousands of dead Haitians in Ohio because of this post. Murdered immediately. The September 6 post further alleged that Haitians in Springfield were similarly butchering and eating cats and dogs. And it was also accompanied by a photo of a random black man carrying what looks like a dead goose. Yeah. Then the post got over 4.9 million views. It was a banger. Then on September 8th, white extremist commenter Charlie Kirk, yeah, you know him, the Nazi, he posted on his X account, and he also posted the same thing. He says, residents of Springfield, Ohio are reporting that Haitians are eating their family pets. Looks like Breitbart posted it too, saying that liberals will soon be lecturing Americans on why they need to be sensitive to Haitian culture and accept this as the new normal. Those idiots, says Charlie, deserve to be condemned and mocked mercilessly. Save our pets, secure our borders. Great post. Doesn't sound like a Nazi at all. Sounds like a very intelligent young man with a lot of astute observations. Now, along with the two screenshots, they were unhappy with this. That also got 4 million views. Another banger. Then on Facebook, someone else posted another banger. And this woman, a resident named Erica Lee, the original post, she said, well, no, I have no firsthand knowledge about any cats being eaten. And then they say that she never meant to spark false rumors. Okay, so the woman who made that original post is backtracking. Now, the picture of the post was of a man removing 2 dead geese from Charlie's photos. The photo originated from a July Reddit post, and there's no evidence in the photo that the man depicted is an immigrant, is Haitian, or was even going to eat the geese. So you don't know what he was even doing with that dead goose that he was walking down the street with. Then on September 9th, J.D. Vance, he amplified the claims. J.D. said, months ago, I raised the issue of Haitian illegal immigrants causing chaos all over Springfield, and now people are eating pets? He posted this. Where's our borders are? The hell's Kamala Harris at? He posted again. He says, why is Kamala giving amnesty to thousands of Haitian migrants? That got 15 million views. J.D. said, Trump makes people I care about afraid. Immigrants, Muslims, etc. This was on October 9th. Looks like an old post. Now, then the big one comes. Oh gosh. In the aftermath of X's post, they held a press conference where Springfield mayor, he said, we wish to clarify that we've not been able to verify any credible reports or specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals. The news story regarding a cat being killed did not originate in Springfield. It involved a Kent woman who was arrested for animal cruelty last month. But then they posted these pictures. You can see more Haitians were dead as a result of this one. 33,000 likes is the equivalent of 33,000 dead Haitians. I hope you're happy, President Trump. On the evening of September 10th, Trump participated in the rigged ABC presidential debate. Before the debate, Trump shared AI-generated images on True Social murdering immigrants, depicting him on a plane full of cats and ducks. It's a great image. Cats in military-style apparel wearing MAGA hats and carrying firearms. They're great. Those cats are awesome. You wouldn't play around with those cats, baby. We'd have our border secured in no time. Really release them at the border. And look at these animals. Look how Trump is with these cats. Isn't it a beautiful image? So during the debate, David Muir made up a lie and fact-checked Trump and said there have been no credible reports of specific claims. Everybody else saw police reports and other things that are clearly credible because the police took the call and wrote it down. So here's the dumb exchange. Muir was saying the things, and then Trump said, they're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. Eat the cats. Eat the cats. And then everyone flipped out. A meme was made, and more Haitians died immediately. Shortly after 1 a.m. on September 11th, Trump made 3 posts in quick succession to his True Social account. He also posted, breaking, an Ohio woman has allegedly killed and eaten a cat in front of shocked neighbors. And then also screenshots of Clark County Communication Center and their call detail report that said 2 males, 2 females, all Haitians, 4 geese were stolen. Reporting party said that they could tell that they were Haitian because he was within earshot and he could see them speaking Haitian Creole. A link to a September 10th news article published on the extremist website, The Federalist. They're extremists too? Oh, maybe they should be indicted as co-conspirators. This is just great. So they got all Trump's posts here. Now later that day, Springfield manager said it's disappointing that you guys keep saying we're eating cats here. Okay, we're not. Governor Mike DeWine said, well, I think we should take the word of the city manager. We found no credible evidence of all the Haitians eating the pets. Then they closed City Hall. City Hall was closed. Now, due to a bomb threat, I think that came from overseas is what the latest stories tell us. City of Springfield received a bomb threat. As a precautionary measure, the building is closed. We're alerted to this. It's all Trump's fault, I guess. Trump did this. More murder happening. Then the mayor reported about the city's conclusion. Says, there was enough negative language towards immigrants that there was a bomb threat. Okay, so now they're trying to turn this like into something that matters. So Trump's comments were just a stupid meme and a great song. Now it's like causing real world harm, like bomb threats and closing city councils. Maybe they'll indict him again, like this case. Later that day, Governor DeWine said, it's just a crazy internet rumor. Leave it alone. Recordings of 911 calls even show residents saying that they're talking about geese and they're in the park. Trump also said that they said my dog's been taken. My dog's been stolen. Additional bomb threats. Okay, they're just going through the litany. On September 15th, J.D. Vance was on an interview. Haitians. In the same interview, Vance said, well, if I have to create stories that the American media actually pays attention to the suffering, that's what I'm going to do, Dana. And they're saying, right, that caught a lot of attention. Wait, J.D. Vance, you're creating stories? And so what they're saying is that they knew that these comments were false from the start, saying that there was no verifiable evidence or reports to show this was true and that these claims were baseless. And here's the exchange. On September 15th, Mayor Rob Rue was also interviewing. So these lawyers just watching cable for like every minute. Trump has repeatedly said that he would carry out mass deportations of the Haitians, despite their legal status. Actually, he's modified that pretty aggressively. He's only talking about criminals now, as we suspected would be the modification once the primaries were over. Trump has a history of false and dangerous claims, saying they probably have AIDS. I guess that's a quote from something they pulled out of somewhere without a source on that one. Interesting. A lot of sources on all the other ones, not on that one. Where's the hyperlink on that one? Vance has similarly threatened the safety and reputation. Trump was asked why he continues to spread false stories, but he didn't care. He failed to call for an end to the threats, right? It's like a January 6th argument. He failed to get out there and tell him to stop, so therefore he's criminally liable, as though that's a thing. Now, during a rally, Vance denied responsibility for this. Governor DeWine made some statements. Man, this is really long. So therefore, as detailed, these are the crimes. At every term, they were told by fact checkers that this is not true, and this does not excuse their criminal conduct. They orchestrated a campaign of lies. They said that the Haitians carry HIV. People violate this when they conspire with another to commit an offense or causes someone else to commit an offense. So they say Trump knew the power of his words. Trump was causing other people and Vance to go commit these crimes. Trump's statements caused a multitude of his supporters, I guess that's us, to talk about it, to repeat, disseminate the claims. Maybe we should be charged too. Co-conspirators here. Oh. Vance too knew the power of his words. They solicited and they procured others to commit offenses. Really? They did that? Did they procured someone to call in a bomb threat? Is this real? Vance's statements caused a multitude of their supporters to disseminate this, and they've now conspired with one another to commit offenses. Their false claims are that Haitians are a danger to Springfield. Now, many in Springfield face actual harm because of what they've said. So no, the Haitians aren't causing the problems in Springfield. Do you know who caused the problems in Springfield? It's definitely not the Haitians at all. It's not 15, 20,000 people being flown into a small city and just taking everything over. No, the problem is Trump. Trump said a bad thing about the Haitians, and now the city's breaking down because of Trump, and definitely not the immigrants. Trump and Vance caused a massive disruption to the community, and the city deserved better. So he should be charged with disrupting public services and more. They impaired the police. They led to the interruption of school transportation. They've led to the shutdown and the evacuation of multiple hospitals which never ever came from Trump at all. He used telecommunications devices to disseminate his opinions. This is how people, fortunately in this country, we don't have this happening yet. I mean, it's happening now, but I think this is probably going to be laughed out of existence by the court. I hope so. I could be wrong. But if these people get total control of the country, this is what you'll see for everybody everywhere, okay? Your boy here, yours truly, will be getting one of these at some point. You used a live stream to disseminate something bad about Zelensky. You're a Russian asset, right? This is a real thing. They want Trump and Vance literally arrested for saying things about national policy. Vance have also made threats about there have been bomb threats that they're not responsible for. So it's again, that's a causation problem. Trump initiated and circulated warnings. And this just goes on and on. Harassing, intimidation, and abuse. Trump knowingly made and used telecommunications in order to do this. They made a bunch of posts on X, and they did the post through cell phones. We got it. And so that's the affidavit. So the Haitian Bridge Alliance, this guy, Gwerlyn Joseph, co-founder and executive director, is now like an FBI special agent writing an affidavit. You know, we read those criminal complaints here, right? FBI special agent, training and experience based on so on and so forth, whatever. This guy's just representing Haitians. And now Haitians are charging President Trump with crimes in America. So this is when another judge actually granted this. In Cleveland Municipal, allowed this person to file charges, and apparently it moved forward. So Trump gets charged with multiple crimes in Ohio. We're of course going to keep our eye on this. Apparently the Haitians are very upset about these photos, and their community is just reeling from the illegal memes. So we're going to continue to cover this, my friends. Thank you so much for subscribing on this one, and we'll see you back here with another update on this case.